All right, so with 541 in the room, I'm waiting for Tiger to come on. She just returned. We're going to go over everything that happened last night, and I'm going to start. Now, you guys many of you probably saw the post. I'm going to kind of spam it in the room. This is the post. Tiger wrote this, wrote this, and this is her side. I'm just going to throw it in the room real fast.
Before you start with that, I know some people, not a lot, but some people are having an issue with the age gate Google settings that we have turned on. So
Okay.
if one of my mods can maybe write up a quick workaround to paste in there to get everybody in, because I don't want people missing Tiger speaking because they can't get past the age gate. We had to turn that feature on. Obviously, with FDA and everything that's going on, we don't want to be
curse a lot.
showing this. Yeah, Joe curses a lot. Plus, we're talking about vaping. We wanted to be responsible and not just show this to anybody, including kids. So, if you're having issues with the age gate, maybe somebody can write something up on how to get around it. I think you definitely have to be logged into Google. And you have to have set your age somewhere in Google. People are saying use Firefox. So if you can just type that, obviously me talking this doesn't help the people that can't see video, so somebody can just keep typing it once in a while. If you can't see video, use Firefox or log in or whatever you guys think is the best workaround. So just wanted to get that out there and give people a chance so that everybody can hear Tiger.
Okay. All right, so here's the post that Tiger wrote. I'm going to do this again. Here's the post that Tiger wrote. Another spam. Okay, Tiger wrote this post. It's a fantastic post. When you have the time, read it. It's very in-depth. But we're going to go over a little bit what happened last night. Turn by turn, hour by hour, what exactly happened. And Tiger, go.
Well, rather than reiterate the whole post, for those of you who want the play-by-play, everything's in the blog post on Joe's blog, of course, vaporjoes.com. And but to give you the Cliff's Notes tonight, I know everyone here is familiar with Vapors TV, where we've come from, and some of the problems that people have been experiencing there lately, and a new channel that's been creating lots of waves, and most of them, quite frankly, negative. Everything from smoking in the channel, which, I mean, I have no problem with dual users. I have no problem with folks that are on their way to making the switch. But I look at it from a standpoint that a new vapor or somebody who's maybe having a bad day doesn't need to see that when they come to their safe place for their safe programming. It's supposed to be about vaping, and we're supposed to be a supportive, encouraging community. To me, that's kind of like bringing a bottle to an AA meeting. Okay?
That's a great analogy, Tiger. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah. And so, there was a lot of mixed feelings about it. People have been warned, tongue lashed in that channel, worse, banned, all kinds of things for, questioning what's going on there. And of course, our own Vapor Joe, he doesn't leave anything like that alone. Last night, he wandered in there prior to Mod Envy and had a look around and made a signature snide Vapor Joe remark.
I was just breaking balls. I was just having some fun, just breaking balls.
Listen, in the grand scheme of things, it was pretty harmless. Admit it, you were stirring, but it was pretty harmless. And I mean, that's a matter of record now. It's all over the internet. You can find out. You can see the screenshots. But it was pretty darn harmless. And he was immediately IP banned. Which means I'm sitting here in the same room, in the same house, going, why can't I get to that anymore? What is going on here? And I went, had a talk with Scruffy. She was very, very reasonable at first. And
well, people want to know what I said.
Okay, over to you.
All right. So what happened was this particular person in the channel. We're not going to name names here tonight because what I'm going to unload on, we can't name names. So we'll just pretend this person doesn't exist, but we're not going to name names. Basically, this particular person, what they do is they get donations. Vapors.tv allows this person just to ask people for money. Basically, online panhandling or the chatterbait version of Vapors.tv. And they just line their pockets with the money that people give them. So I went in there and I was like, oh, and her boobies were just hanging out. And I just went in there and said, hey, maybe you should drop your cleavage another quarter-inch so you can get an extra quarter in your donations. That's exactly what I said. And the screenshots are everywhere. That's it. That's all I said. I said, maybe you should drop your cleavage an extra quarter-inch so you can get an extra 25 cents. And that was banned. Done. Over. And then after that, I was reinstated. Tiger, go.
Well, at that point, while I was talking with Scruffy, one of the owners, of course, she was very reasonable. She had actually already processed the reversal of that before I got to talk to her. She did say, listen, you know, no messing with these people will be tolerated. I said, duly noted, and the message will be passed on, and it was. And but I noticed during that there was chat going on, and people were telling me, you know, they're saying that you're Joe's girlfriend. They're saying that he sent you to clean up his mess, and because he won't do it himself and doesn't have the nerve. And I said, well, okay, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna just respectfully say, you know, what the truth is. So I did. I did not want to make any more waves at that point. I walked in, I was very polite. I said, hello, I'm not here to make trouble. You know, just wanted to set the record straight on a couple things. First off, no one sent me. I was there of my own volition. You know, Joe doesn't ask me to go fight his battles for him. And I am Joe's wife, not his girlfriend. Now, during this time I'm typing, I still haven't brought the audio up. And so when I'm done, I bring the audio up, and I hear this girl screaming and just, and all manner of things. And I'm like, wow, who is she going off on? And get out of this room. And then it's like, wait a minute, is she talking to me? And
Surely you can't be serious.
And yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't left there. Her co-host got in on the action. And let's just say that what especially her co-host had to say to me, no woman should ever have to hear from anyone at any time, under any circumstances. It's the kind of thing that any man with any honor, if he hears someone say something like that to his wife or girlfriend, he's going to contemplate going to jail over. And it was beyond words. I couldn't repeat it to you if I tried. My mother raised me too well. And so it was very clear we weren't going to make any headway. Tensions were not going to be eased. That nothing good was going to come of this. So I excused myself. I said again, I did not come in here to make trouble. I apologize if you thought so. Have a good night, everyone. I'm out, and I left. So we talked a little bit about it before Mod Envy. This is all happening, you know, in the hours before, and we agreed as a team of hosts that we weren't going to mention it. We weren't going to talk about it at all. We weren't going to give it any airtime. We were going to take the high road and just leave it and not taint Mod Envy with that poison. So we didn't. We had a great show, a really, really great time. When we were all done, Joe and I were finishing up. And in rare form, usually after Mod Envy, we're tired, okay? But Joe was like, I'm so not done. Do you want to go live? And I just looked at him. I'm like, oh, boy. You know, and then, no. We'll be good. We'll be good. But, you know, maybe we can, you know, be a little tongue-in-cheek and kind of talk a little bit about what happened, because that was not right. And I said, okay, I'm game. Let's do this. So we did up our room to kind of try to look similar to the way they do business.
And we called it, what did we call it? The Petners?
The Petners Unplugged. And we had a great time. We just ended up chit-chatting with the room and talking. We were telling personal stories. We were letting them ask questions and being very personal, very interactive. It was a good time. But, you know, we got our little jabs in. We were very well behaved. Nothing truly rude was said.
And we named no names.
That's it. We did not. We poked fun, but it was very, very gentle. And especially considering the verbal assault I had survived earlier in the evening, it was like, this is all classy. So partway through, we actually also decided, you know, well, they take donations, we need to take donations too. So we asked the room to, you know, if they wanted to donate to support our show, they should go to the vaping advocacy organization of their choice, whatever pleased them most. Pammy, you were so wonderful dropping links for us and helping us with, you know, directing people to those great organizations. And money was raised for advocacy during the show. So thank you, viewers. You guys are the wind beneath our wings. That was the silver lining to what was going on that night. And wasn't long before ownership showed up and told us we absolutely had to stop what we were doing. And we were very confused, you know, considering we were being on pretty much best behavior, and certainly not breaking any terms of toss. It was like, I don't understand why you're asking, and we, respectfully decline to stop the broadcast. And suddenly, I was no longer broadcasting. The room was frozen, and my XSplit was still telling me I was streaming something, but it was going nowhere. So we had a quick look, found out we couldn't connect again, and I do have a cell phone, so I tethered and we reconnected, and we brought the stream back and talked a little more, and it was pretty much hinted that if we didn't comply, the channel, Vulive, would be in danger, not just us. Now, we take that seriously. We've got a team of incredible hosts. We've got a huge base of wonderful viewers. And, we're not going to let personalities and egos or anything like that play with that. Out of respect, we dropped the broadcast at that point so as not to endanger the channel. From that point forward, it became very clear we weren't going to get privileges to come back, and the fun started all over again. I got to tell you, I was literally up until past dawn. It was 5:45 in the morning when I finally laid down, and the whole night was spent answering messages, answering questions, fielding, questions on Facebook, just answering messages. The outpouring, the flood of support, and in the middle of the night, no less, of people going, we saw what happened, it was wrong, and there are still people in that room, and they are battling, and they are going to bat for you, and they are getting banned in droves. We later learned, of course, and I know you guys are in the room, hi Vaping Legion, that the whole Vaping Legion network was also tossed. That network was banned, it ceased to exist. And so I gotta say, staff was busy at Vaughn last night at Vapors TV, and just cleaning house, and it is their house to clean. They can run it however they see fit, and they seem to see fit to run it into the ground. So, but there is a silver lining. Here we are. It really gave us the kick in the pants we needed to make a positive change that's been a long time coming. This is not something that came about overnight. There have been problems and tensions and warnings and just ill will focused at us there for so long that it's like it's finally time to get out from under that thumb, get out from under the tyranny. Let's go somewhere where we don't have to deal with that. We don't have to deal with the drama. No one's looking over our shoulder, micromanaging and mismanaging, because I still can't understand how a comment like Joe's and a little tongue-in-cheek, satire show like we did can result in the kind of action they did. But things said to me that are punishable in a court of law are laughed at, supported, condoned, and they look the other way. I later learned that they were told to tone it down. Really?
Yeah. Just tone it down when they're threatening you in a like horrifically violent way. Sorry, but that's what that is. Violent and sexual at the same time, and completely illegal. Agreed.
It was pretty gross. If my poor father had heard that, I think he'd had a heart attack, but thank God not. And I once again, to focus on the positives, here we are. We're going to be back stronger, bigger, better, faster, the whole thing. And there's some wins. I had a great chance to talk with a friend, the guys from TVA. They are so terrific. You'll know them from the vaping conventions, Vape Slam, and of course Vape Mania, Vapor Slam and Vape Mania. And I had a little chat with Mooch one this afternoon. He said, you know what, this is going to be so good for you guys, and it'll be so good for vaping and vapors, because on YouTube, people will accidentally find you in numbers larger than Vaughn can attract, than Vapors TV can attract on purpose, deliberately. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Getting new viewers, getting new smokers to see what we're doing, enthuse people, encourage them, support them. And I think we're in a much better place to do that now with a much more accessible platform. So that's super exciting. I think that's going to be great. And another great thing happened. Among all the outpouring of support, we were getting support from places I would never have expected to get it. You know, not that, we're at war with people, but there's people in the vape community that we don't necessarily see eye to eye with. They don't agree with what we do, and they're over there doing their thing, we're over here doing ours. And these people were coming and they were saying, and literally, listen, we know, we've had differences of opinion. We know we don't see eye to eye, but this is wrong, and this is what brings us together. We can disagree and maybe even nitpick about some of the small things, some of the things that don't important, but in the grand scheme of things, we are on the same team, and we are behind you, and you have our support. And it was so overwhelming. It was like, Mark Scruffy, thank you. You have done more to unite the vaping community tonight than you've done to damage it. Congratulations. Thank you. And onward and upward. So, all right.
I guess it's my turn now.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. I'm not going to be as nice as Tiger. Tiger has always been the yin to my yang, okay? I have a very, 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 very bad temper. And Tiger has always been there to kind of pull me back before I jump off the cliff. And I've been very quiet about this, more than any man should be. But I have been very quiet about this. And listen, I deserve everything I get. I said some shit. I got in trouble for it. I've said things in the past. I can be mean. I could be outgoing. I could be abrasive. I could be hardcore. I have big shoulders. I can handle these things. The reason why we're here is because we're not here because of me. I could give a shit less what people say about me. I can give a shit less if I get banned. I can give a shit less about anything like that. The reason why I'm pissed off is not because I was banned. I'm pissed off because my wife was verbally, sexually assaulted live on Vapors.tv. Now, if this happened in Jersey, if somebody came up to my fucking wife and said this in front of me in Jersey, this shit would have been taken care of in 20 seconds. But see, you have these keyboard cowboys, you have all these people out there who think they can say whatever they want because they hide behind their screens, and that's fine. We have to deal with these things. But Tiger's a fucking angel when it comes to the vaping community. Tiger could be on her knees broke and would give you the shirt off her back if you needed it. Okay, she's proved it time and time again. Time and time again. Now, what pissed me off the most was, and we're not going to name names, so we're not going to be talking about any specific person, but let's just pretend this person is a figment of our imagination. But this pig, this slam pig, this cum-guzzling gutter slut, who probably sucks cock for fucking beer money, has the fucking balls to call my wife the things that she did. Okay? And this other guy who's hanging out with her, I don't know if it's her brother who she's fucking, okay? Sitting on this fucking couch that looks like it's full of shit stains, and they bought it, they found it outside during a rainstorm in front of somebody's house. Okay? Is talking shit about my fucking wife. Okay? Tiger did nothing. Tiger didn't say a word. Tiger did nothing. And she was banned. Nothing. And while this is happening, all this is going on, Scruffy and Mark are dancing and praising while it's happening. They're dancing and praising while Rome burns. To Mark and Scruffy, you are a fucking disgrace to the vaping community and fucking humanity. You are fucking disgusting. You claim to be Christians, you claim to be religious. I don't know any religion that would condone what they did to my fucking wife. Live on fucking air. So I say to all my hosts, all my brothers who host, all my sisters who host, all the people out there who watch Vapors.tv, if you want to be under that kind of rule, under those kind of people, and fucking broadcast, then so be it. Then you condone it. There is way better places to broadcast. We're proving it right now. We have almost 700 in the room here on YouTube. And to all the people who have VIP memberships that are pissed off about this, cancel them. Cancel your fucking VIP memberships. And you have to do it in PayPal. Because my ass was banned and completely deleted, but my PayPal was still going to send them $15 a month. So you have to go into PayPal and cancel it manually. Now, if you don't have anything, you don't have a VIP, you're not a broadcaster, rule 1, use ad blocker. Do not give them a fucking dime of revenue. Not a fucking penny. Everybody use ad blocker. And I'm not just talking about Vapors.tv. I'm talking about Vaughn. I'm talking about their bread and butter.
Joe, let me interject tech thing real quick. Adblock, not Adblock Plus, on Chrome is the only combo I found that kills their video ads. They will not load. Adblock, okay. Regular Adblock on, it's the one with the red hand like this, on Chrome blocks their videos completely. You will not get any ads. Thank you. Keep going, Joe.
Block it at any of, just don't give them a fucking penny. Let them be buried under their own bills. And we're going to sit here, all the hosts out there. I know all the hosts, ladies and gentlemen, we all don't get along. I know some of you hate me. I know some of you don't know me. But trust me, you don't want to be under the thumb of Mark and Scruffy. You don't want to be lorded over. Because not my wife. It could be your wife. It could be your girlfriend. It could be your husband, your boyfriend. Over this fucking pig sitting in a fucking channel smoking cigarettes telling us why our vape community sucks. What, are you fucking kidding me? Vapors.tv literally has declared war on the vapor community. It's ridiculous. And we are going to sit here and we're going to watch their channel burn to the ground. And I hope it transfers over to Vaughn. I hope it transfers over to Vaughn. Burn to the ground. Because what they did to my wife was disgusting. Again, this has nothing to do with me. I said some shit. I got in trouble for it. I get it. I'll sleep in my bed. Okay? My wife did nothing. Nothing. And she got it worse than I did. And when I'm talking about what they said to her, I don't even know if it would violate Google TOS. I almost don't want to bring it up, but it's things like running train, putting things here, putting things there. It was insanity. And it was so bad.
Nobody needs to relive it. I'm sure there was people present. I know there was other people in the room when it happened. I know some of you saw it firsthand and heard it.
It was so bad, my wife couldn't go to sleep. Now, she wants to play it off that she was reading messages and stuff, and it was the truth, but she was shaken up. She was shaken up.
Court and I couldn't go to sleep either, because Court and her temper, and you know how much she loves tigers, so needless to say, she was livid, and I was livid, obviously, too. So neither one of us could fall asleep last night, so we were in the same boat.
And the things they're doing to people on Vaughn and Vapors.tv, when they even come to our defense and just say, hey, that wasn't right, boom, you're banned. People are just being banned left and right, channels are getting thrown off. Fuck you. I mean, I understand you offer a free service, but you're like Hitler.
And you're not the only game in town, as we're proving right now.
Yes, and you're not the only game in town. You know what, Vaughn? You know what, Vapors.tv? Your fucking days are numbered. You're going to have to get a fucking job. Okay? Poor Marky Mark is going to have to go work at a fucking gas station. Because we are proving right now, with almost 700 people in the room, this can be easily done without them. And you know what? It's far better, actually. Okay? Far better.
Quality's better. It works on mobile and tablets without you having to go through crazy jumps and hoops to run special browsers because of Flash and all that. You can scroll back, and it has all the features we need it to have. And I'm sure This works for now, and we'll probably continue. Nitro and I are two geeks, and we won't stop until we come up with something that's as good as humanly possible.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. And I don't know if you saw that slam pig today, but it was fucking terrible. Terrible. Like I said, she looks like she smells like an anchovy's pussy. It was just fucking disgusting. Wearing a wig and smoking cigarettes and just talking shit, screaming at people. I mean, I know, I get it. You know, people want to see it. It's amazing. It's extravagant. People want to see the drama. Blah 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 blah. But you know, I was just watching people.
Yeah, the chat's great. It's fun just to watch a chat. I mean, they're on fire tonight. It's great. This is awesome.
But it was just it was she. You know what she reminds me? Because she's from Jersey. She reminds me of like Snooki who got hit by a truck. Like Snooki that crashed into the H tree. You know what I mean? Like just bad.
Anita.
And
Never mind.
it's bad, terrible. It's just, you know, she's the new Snooki, but just a worse, like 10 times worse version of it. It's fucking disgusting. For those of you who remember Jersey Shore. Yeah, I'm a little off the chain, but you know what? We're not bound by Vapors.tv toss, and I'm a little heated because I'm pissed off because somebody, you know, fucking my wife, and quite frankly, I you know, I get, you know, I'm very protective, you know, and it's very rare. I've never seen anybody attack my wife before, to be honest with you, because she is such a beautiful and wonderful person. To see that happen, you know, it's just
So, Joe, I got an idea. Apparently, they're rebroadcasting this on Vapors TV, which I think is kind of humorous and ironic.
Okay.
So we should try to violate TOS in as many ways as possible.
Hey,
I think that would be. Should I get my kids to come up here? That would be an easy one.
Okay, so let me get into the technical side of this. And
well, if she's rebroadcasting again, you look like you smell like an anchovy's cunt. That's how disgusting you are.
And they're also violating copyright. Just a heads up. Because this is licensed under YouTube copyright. But anyhow, no, you can get your kid in here. You know, being adults, some of us have children, and now you can actually have children come up to you and go, "Hey, Mom, can I get this?" Or, "Hey, Dad, can I get this?" While you're broadcasting and not get in trouble with it. You can interact with your kid on YouTube. It's 100% within terms of service.
Right. And again, we're not going to name names. We're not talking about who the specific person is. We're not going to talk about the specific person who sleeps probably with the brother that sleeps on the shit-stained couch. We're not talking about any person. This could be fake. This may not even be real. This could be completely figment of my imagination. Because when you mention names and then you give insults, then there becomes a problem. But since we're not giving names, then it's not a problem. That's how these things work. And I know because, well, I've run a blog for 4 years and I know the law. Anyway, so now, Tiger, you passed me something. Just give me a second. I have to mute.